Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time of day it is, and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen. It is currently very late or very early, depending on how you look at things. So I have some layouts to share. All but one of these I created on Saturday, September the 18th. The other one is from Friday the 17th, but I completed it for day 18 of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life and Scraptember with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts. This is the sketch, a selfie is the prompt, and I have a process video for the creation of this that would be posted on my YouTube channel, entitled Day 18 of 30 Days of Sketches. So there is that. And here is my layout. So I did the selfie. This is my anniversary with my husband, which was yesterday, which is the day I completed this. I printed this on my Canon selfie because I had originally picked out some pictures of me and my son on the first and second day of school and tried to decide which one I wanted to use, and I thought it was a perfect time to create this because it was our actual anniversary. We had just come back from dinner at the Cheesecake Factory, and this is us at the restaurant or as we were leaving. And then we went to Hobby Lobby. Well, first we went to Sportsman's Warehouse, and then we went to Hobby Lobby, where my husband bought for my gift the purple and the pink inks. They're Alcohol Pearls by Ranger. And so I thought, what could be more fitting than to use this picture and these inks to document this day? So that is what I did. I did use, like I said, alcohol pearl inks from Ranger. And I also used some of the gold mixative that I had gotten in a previous set, a kit from Ranger. Added all the hearts. There's snowflakes on here, but I did hearts instead because it's our anniversary. And my title is really, It'll Always Be You. But I love this, to love someone is to see a miracle invisible to others. But I didn't want this up here because this big strip would have taken, covered that whole thing. And so the title would have been too little. So I just kind of flipped those around, added this love embellishment up here and some bling. And then I used some of the shimmer from Ranger. Can you tell I love Ranger products? To make the purple splotchy bits. And they're the shimmer ones. So I don't know how well you can see. But this whole daggone layout is shiny. This is a shiny red paper. I probably got it from Hobby Lobby. So it's probably Paper Studios. But I can't tell you that for sure. Hobby Lobby and Michael's are the two places I get paper. Typically my individual papers, until I recently was reintroduced to Joann Fabrics. Typically my individual loose papers like this have always come from Hobby Lobby. I don't do a lot of individual buying at Michael's, but I cannot promise that. But anyway, it's got a shiny shimmery to it. And then all the inks, these are pearl, and then this is the gold mixative, and I mixed the three together here. And then this has like gold in it. The sprays that I tapped on or splattered on are shimmery. So lots of shining going on this page. So there is my page that I created yesterday for today. And then for scrapbooking with Amory.com, my prompt for today was, I'm gonna have to look to make sure I get them all right. My prompt was to make sure the photos were the focus, use something sparkly, have handwriting on it, stickers, and at least 2 shades of a color. Well, I have sparkly. This paper has sparkly bits on it. I used my shimmers in the London Blue and my shimmers in the green, and I don't have the actual name of that on hand. And so there's my sparkly bits. Here is my handwriting. I just journaled about this being the first day of school, second day of school, and that Jameson is cooperative for the most part to get in selfies with me. And then I've got multiple shades of green, multiple shades of blue. I just added some stickers. My goal is to use up a lot of my school stickers and embellishments because my son is in middle school now. My daughter's graduated, and I don't have a lot of, need for especially like the very young kind of ABCs and stuff like that. And I don't know how many pictures I'm going to get to Scrapbook of his middle school career because he does not participate in like chorus like my daughter did or track like my daughter did. So he's kind of a to himself and with his few friends kind of thing. So anyway, so I'm using lots and lots of back to school and school embellishments. This paper is from a Recollections Lunchbox Friends, and it's the weirdest paper, but it's cool. This had a waffle on it, tore it off. If you look close enough, this is actually blueberries, but you can't really tell unless you, like I said, are looking, and you probably might not have noticed had I not said these are blueberries. There are some that have little stems, but I made sure they weren't seen, although this green splatter came on this blueberry. It almost looks like a stem. Whatever. This is Stickabilities, and then these are some really old stickers that I've been trying to get rid of, or not get rid of, to use and put on a page. So I actually got to put that in my trash bin, which made me happy because I used every one of them. And I just tore these corners off, this corner because there was a waffle on it, and then this corner just to bring that effect here. I felt like there was a lot of focal point on my pictures, almost all of my embellishing and my I did the packaging technique to put the ink down. I feel like all of the attention is on the pictures, which was part of the prompt. I put the title over here, but it's not boring, but it's not fancy and shiny or anything to really take your attention away from this. I also put this picture because this is the first day of school. I put this picture up on foam between this this mat here of the blueberry paper and this red paper. So, and I love the way this turned out. It makes me super happy. So there's that. And then before I get to these, like I said, I was trying to utilize some of my school stuff. So I've decided that I am going to start just a simple little 8x8 book. And I have lots and lots of Facebook, I don't know if you Facebook or not, but where it comes up every year on that day, it'll say on this day, and it gives you memories from the past. And so I love screenshotting those sometimes because I have like things my kiddo said to me, and he was a funny kid. He's still funny, but he was a funny kid and had lots and lots of entertaining things to say or do. And I documented a lot of that at the time on Facebook because we have family out of town and friends out of town that would, watch him grow up, honestly, both of my kids on the internet. So, I screenshot them when things like this come up. And so this is just the third day of school. I dropped him off in the car lane of kindergarten. I dropped him off in the car lane and he like lost it. He was so upset that I was dropping him off and not walking him to the door. He like threw a fit and then like was super sad the whole way into the building, and I was heartbroken. So I just thought it was hysterical because I made this note that says, I'm sure it'll get better. No, I walked my son to school until he graduated 5th grade, and it was a good time for all of us because it was a really good bonding time, and he and I had lots of really good memories from all of that. So anyway, I used up all that to say, I was trying to use up some of my school stickers that were elementary school, and I've already done with his elementary school book and it's a big one. So I don't have room to add this, but I really just wanted this story for myself. And so there are plenty of others that have stories and comments and posts from people who have lost. And I love to screenshot those because then I have things they've said to me or stories about them that I may, lose, or who knows if Facebook will ever stop doing that. So then I had another one, and they're just going to be simple. It's typically going to be one picture because it's just the screenshot, unless like I have one I know that's 2 or 3 because it was a lot of commentary between me and my grandmother and my aunt, who both have passed away. And so this is just another story about my son again and my nephew. And it's just little memories for me to keep, and it's just going to go on an 8x8, something super simple. Not too technically involved, although I'm not saying I won't get that way, because I totally could. But I got to use quite a few of the stickers from this one sticker sheet that I've been trying to get used up and on a page, because it's much prettier on a page than it is in a drawer. So I just thought I'd share those real quick. I did those today too. Now, I've been working on the 4th of July, and I got quite a few pages done for the 4th of July today, and I'm really excited about them. This is a tutorial from scrapbookingwitannemarie.com, and I love how simplistic it is, but how many different things you can do with it and change it up. And I love layering paper. It's a new thing for me. Prior to getting acquainted with Anne Marie and her website and her Facebook group, and also State Goddess on YouTube, I was not much of a layerer, and I certainly did not use a lot of pattern paper. I had a couple of paper pads and a lot of solid cardstock. So I did not do a lot of pattern papers unless it was like themey. And so I have now hordes, don't tell my husband. Now he sees them when he comes in here. It's kind of hard to miss like my entire shelf full of pattern paper. And so this is from the Damask Love collection, and like I said, the tutorial is from scrapbookingwitannemarie.com. I was trying to find the here it is. It's Damask Love, Sunshine Boulevard. I knew that. One of them is, this yellow one is You Grow Girl, and the blue is the B-side of Beach Please. I love these titles. So I created this based off of the tutorial, and I used a stencil that I made for myself on my Cricut. And since everything was kind of squared off, I thought the little squares were good, but wanted to incorporate the circle because there's circles coming in the book soon. And so I laid this out in my spray box, and then I took the blue, oh man, London blue. Ooh, knocking things over. The London Blue shimmer sprays. Nope, that's green. Oh, earlier I was trying to tell you, the green is polished jade that I was using earlier. Sorry, the ADD's kicking in and it is late and I can't find the blue. It's in this box of colors and I had them all organized. Yeah, that didn't help me. Okay, here we go. London Blue shimmer spray. And I am in love with the shimmer sprays. So I use that here, and I don't know if you all can see that shimmer. Makes me happy. Okay, so this right here is from this Hullabaloo from Making Memories, and this is super old, 2008, and this is my goal for this year, is to use every single one of these. So today I've used, I think, 2, maybe 2 of them, and then some of the little bits and pieces. So like this Boys Will Be Boys in this original, I put here, and this is the son that cried when he went off to kindergarten. He is 12 now, and so he was just having a good old time playing on this water slide that my husband's family had gotten for the 4th of July. So if you're interested in these tutorials, you should sign up for scrapbookingwithannemarie.com. There's a free site that has tutorials, and then there's a paid membership that has tutorials, more tutorials, and like classes and different things. Plus you get these fabulous charms for your pages. Whenever you hit certain goals, you get a new charm. And obviously I've been scrapbooking a lot because she sent me a whole lot of charms, and I just got a bunch of them today, and they make me so happy. But I don't wear them while I'm scrapbooking because that's really noisy on this board. So anyway, I added these little splashes. I believe those are from Miss Grossman's. I've got a lot of those left, and they will probably show up again in some more of these pages. So matching page to this would be this one. This is the exact same tutorial. I originally planned on turning it to where this matted this. But when I did it, it did not look as good to me. I didn't like it as much. I debated on these papers. So these are Vicki Boutin Color Study. I have to say that and question myself because I hesitate to use her work. And this is such a silly thing to say. But I know that I am not alone in the world because I love her stuff so much that once I use it, it'll be gone. And I mean, I know that sounds so ridiculous, but again, it's just gorgeous. Okay, so this is abstract, and that is what this is. And then it's on the back side of that. And then mood board is this one right here. And my plan was to use the stripe on here, but I ended up not liking it as much because there's too much of the white stripe. So when it met up with the grid, it disappeared. So after I got it all laid down, it kind of did that in these little corner bits. So I took my green pin and just marked around anywhere that this paper was exposed. So those were both, like I said, from Vicki Boutin's Color Study, which is like my favorite. Well, one of my top few favorites because like I'm in love with Obed Marshall. And, well, anyway. So here is where I used the title Giggle. This is my niece. After my husband went down the slide, it was freezing, and his face, oh my gosh, is classic. He went over and hugged her and got her all wet because she'd been splashing us all day long. These three came off of here, and I felt like the orange could be tied in from the slide and everything. A little bit of pink and flowers from a little girl here, my niece. And then I added some Tim Holtz phrases, make it count, beautiful day. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. Super fitting. Matted it all on black. I really love the way that the black really made all of this pop even more. So love. So there is that. More water slide pictures, and more mixed media. So I have these three pictures. This is what the slide looked like, and then the guy came to take it down by himself. One guy, this huge thing. So my husband's family went over and helped, and I don't know how much you can see, but they're like laying on it. My nephew is like jumping on. I'm like, he airborne, and I tried to get the best picture I could, but anywho. They're like laying on it, rolling on it, trying to get it flattened down. It was entertaining to watch, to say the very least. So I put the butterflies mostly because of the whole jumping up in the air, like trying to flatten it. I put this Use Your Wings, which is from the Tim Holtz quote chips theories. I also use this Be Authentic. I need to mark those off of there so I know that I used them. Just because, yeah. And then this says Better Together, and this is from Pink Paisley. The butterflies also came from Pink Paisley, the word fun, and then this was one flower together, and I cut it because it brought all that blue together. and tacked a little heart in here too. So all that is from Pink Paisley. And then I titled it Teamwork. And I realize now that it's harder to see on camera, but I can see it just fine in person. And then I took 3 different colors, the colors that I'm working with that were in the slide. So blue and yellow and orange. And it's carved pumpkin, mustard seed, and I think it's Blue Lagoon. Not Blue Lagoon, no, Mermaid Lagoon, yeah? Mermaid Lagoon. I wish they'd just name them blue, purple, green, and red. Whew. Okay, so this was pretty easy to put together once I decided what I wanted to do. I just matted these and put the top and bottom on first so that this could be even in the middle, as even as eyeballing gets. I don't do a lot of measuring. And then once it was all laid down, I covered my pictures and with the colors. And I just love how it's reasonably simple. And I love the way it turned out. So there is that. All these are getting turned different ways. That'll be fun. Okay, so this page is a work of heart. So this is our newest niece. And so I had these 3 pictures of different people with her at the picnic. So I wanted to incorporate red, white, and blue because it was 4th of July, but I also wanted to incorporate some pink because she is a very girly girl, if you couldn't tell. So I used this pink as a backdrop for my stencil spraying. So I have a stencil that I created. Let me see if I can pull it out. On my Cricut. It's just out of paper. It's only going to last me a handful of times. And then when I'm done, if it's not like torn up, I might use that because look how cool that's looking. So I laid this down, covered the strips, you know, that weren't, so that it would only spray in the middle. Or, well, it was actually the top corner bit. Sprayed stripes of red, and I believe I started with the fired brick, but then remembered that I bought this Postbox red because I wanted a red and not pink. And then I sprayed the Blue Lagoon, the Mermaid Lagoon. I'm going to get it out of here. And then I took this pewter mica spray from Ranger and sprayed down the middle. So it kind of connected it. And then I let it dry and I cut the parts off that were not inked. And then I matted it on here. Matted a picture on red, white, and blue colored pattern paper. And originally I was going to put them all in the pink paper, but they don't fit that way, especially since my niece's head is right here. This picture would have covered her. Pop this one up on foam because it's such a cute picture of our little niece walking. Titled it Little Miss USA and added just some stickers from a Miss Elizabeth's sticker sheet that I've had for a very long time. And that's all I did on here. This took some time to dry. Not a lot. That's one of the things I love about the sprays. They don't take that long to dry and they're shiny. The red's not supposed to be shiny, but I think from where I sprayed the pewter and it's a mica, it kind of overlaid some both directions and made it all shiny. Love, love, love it. So, and it is a little wonky because of the spray. I mean, I really sprayed a lot. But it'll be fine once it's in a book. So there is that one. And then I have this one, and this is another tutorial from scrapbookingwithamory.com. I used paper, all the paper on here is from Paper Studios Color Kaleidoscope. One of my favorites to work with because the colors are so bright and vibrant and fun to work with, and they blend so well. So I went with the circle theme because this is a volleyball game that my husband's family was playing. My daughter's in here and all these pictures. So I took lots of pictures because I knew I had these sticker sets that had volleyball nets on them, and I knew I needed to get them used, so I made a point of taking pictures. So not that I wouldn't have taken them anyway. I popped this one up on foam. This is my daughter actually serving the ball, and matted it and cornered these. I haven't done that a lot, but since I was putting them on circles, I felt like it was a good idea because I didn't want the pictures to be circles. It's a long picture. There was no way to do that and not cut people out. So just put this sticker down here. Here's the volleyball that went with it, and put another little one here. Then these clouds and the sun were on the same sticker sheet as these. And then I used my circle alphas to spell out family fun in the red, blue, and the green, since I can't use yellow on yellow paper. I have had the Susie Zoo sticker for, I couldn't even tell you how long, a very long time. I'd say early 2000s. And it said high five and great game, or good game. I thought this was the perfect place for that. And then I have these stickabilities. I think they're stickabilities. Yeah. Stickers that have different animals holding different sporting equipment. I can't even talk because I'm looking for the daggone stickers. You all don't care that much, I'm sure. They were on clearance, and so that's why I went ahead and bought them. And let's see. Other than that, that is about all. And I think I already said I popped this one up on foam so it would be more defined. So I love the way this turned out. It was reasonably simple when I got it all situated, and I did cut these two out on my Cricut. I don't do a lot of circles on my own because I can't cut them right. So because I had this cut out, I move the circle. When I work on my Cricut, I'm always move the circle from the top corner where it automatically will place your cuts to the middle so that I can use the page like this. So then I can just put a piece of white cardstock on the back to fill in the circle, and then use all these patriotic stars and fireworks and just different things that make you think of the 4th of July, and put them all in the middle, and then put some stuff around the outside, titled it Best Friends. I did put American Hero over here because my husband is was in the military. And voila. This can take a lot of time if you let it. If you start on the outside and work your way in, like bigger stuff to smaller stuff, that works better. If you are ADD and you just start sticking things wherever, then you have to go back and like maneuver. I'm just saying, not that I ever do that. Yes, I do all the time. So I love the way this turned out. I had these fireworks, and I only have one more layout, I think, of fireworks, and I still have some left to use on those pages. And so I wanted to use some of these up, and I love these little ones here because they're so cute. And so there's a big story behind this picture and the title, and I'll have to find a way to journal on here about it. I guess it'll probably end up over here, and I'll just have to write kind of small. But it was a reasonably simple explanation that my husband did not even know who this child was, because he's got a very large family. His grandfather had 5 siblings, and then they all had kids, and they all had kids, and we don't go back home as often as they would like, especially now with COVID. So she asked him if she could sit in his lap, and he had earbuds in blocking out the sound of the fireworks because they do not go well with PTSD and former military who've been deployed 3 times. So he had earphones in so that it would block out some of the sound, and she was talking to him and he didn't even know it. And so finally, when he took his earbud out, she said, "Can I sit in your lap?" And he said, "Yes." My daughter texted him and said, "Who's your friend?" And he goes, "I don't know." So I don't know, maybe it's not as funny to you all, and maybe it's only funny to me because it's like after 2:15 in the morning. So anywho, I knew that this is what I would title this page when I got to it, and so I'm glad that it turned out this way because I love this picture. And yep. So I think it's time for me to go to bed, guys. And this is the last page I have to share for tonight. Tomorrow morning, or in a couple hours, I will upload my video for day 19 of the 30 days of sketches. And it was a fun one. And back to school, I think, is the theme of it. Not the title, but that is that's the concept of it, is back to school. So, but that is it. So I hope that you all have a great night. Sorry this was so long. I had a lot to share. I've been very busy today. So tomorrow will be another busy day, right here at my scrap table. So hopefully I'll see you all again tomorrow. So have a great night, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.